Just waiting. If you could bear with me while I just check that everything is up and running and that I'm in focus today. I had a few technical issues yesterday. I am in focus. I look a bit strange, but I'm in focus, I think. And I'm in the right place on Instagram. That's good. So just let me check the old, Facebook. Meditation's coming. Just one sec. Oh, forgot to mute the camera. I forgot to mute my computer. Okay, beautiful. All looking good. Great. Hello. How are you? You good? I hope you're well. It's all right if you're not, but I hope you're well. Right, time for a bit of meditation. This is part of the Further Emergence work I do. Further Emergence is about inner growth. I'll explain more about it after we're finished the meditation. So it's not a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. So if you're familiar with meditation, that's brilliant. But maybe if you could just hang on for a minute while I explain what I do, just for the benefit of people who are new to meditation. Because meditation is one of those funny things that, just from based on people talking to me, it seems to be like people have the feeling that they should just know how to do it, that it's almost like socially embarrassing if you don't know how to meditate, which is crazy. And I'm basing that on people kind of quietly going to me, what do you actually do? So this is what I do. There's lots of different styles of meditation. This is, as I say, just what I do. For me, it starts with why I would meditate. I am trying to connect with the part of me that I connect to every night when I go to sleep. Not the dreaming bit, the bit after dreaming. So I'm dreaming and then I drop at the bottom into this deep, dreamless sleep. And when I'm there, I've got no memory of being there. I've got no thoughts. I've got no body. I've got no country, no stories, no nothing. Like I cease to exist in the way that I normally register my existence. Which, when I put it like that, sounds terrible. I mean, that sounds like death. Yet, I love going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So some part of me knows that that place that I go to is good. And that's the place I want to go to when I'm meditating. I just want to go there consciously. So, straight away, if you're new to meditation, don't lie down when you're doing this. You need to sit up. Because if you lie down, your body will go, oh, okay, I'm lying down and my eyes are closed. It must be time for sleep. So you'll either fall asleep or you'll battle sleep, which is kind of not what we're doing. So yeah, sit up. Don't sit in a comfy chair, like a really comfy chair that you might fall asleep in. Just sit in a reasonably uncomfortable chair. You can sit in a lotus position if you like, if you're very comfortable like that. That's fine. You don't have to, though. So as I say, when I'm in this mysterious, deep, profound place, this is the place you read about a lot in meditation, you know, calm, still, mindful, zen-like, all that sort of stuff. My mind can't seem to get there. It certainly doesn't when I'm in deep dreamless sleep. And to meditate, I have to figure out a way to get beyond my mind, to sort of part the curtains of my mind so I can get into this place. So I make an arrangement with my mind. I say, would you mind stop thinking? Can you just stop thinking for the next 15 minutes because I want to meditate? Now, at this stage, my mind is pretty on board for the whole thing. So it's like, yes, that's fine. Let's do that. I have lots of ideas about meditation because that's what my mind does. It has ideas about things. I've got lots of concepts about meditation. Same thing. My mind has lots of concepts. I like the idea of being a meditator. So yeah, let's do that. So that's good. My mind's on board. Then, to stop thinking is pretty easy. To maintain it's not so easy. But to stop thinking, like regardless of what the content of my thoughts are, my thoughts themselves are made up of pictures and sound. So if I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, that's it, I'm not thinking. So that's great. And as soon as I do that, I've begun the practice of meditation. Now the practice of meditation runs in tandem with the intention of meditation. So my intention is to go to this deep, mysterious, beautiful place that I said at the beginning. You know, it's the place you read about, calm, still, possibly eternal. And then the practice of meditation starts with when I stop thinking. And it pretty much goes, I'll turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound, so I'm not thinking. Then a little bit of time passes and I discover that I'm thinking again. So I go, oh, I'm thinking. So turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound, I stop thinking again. Then a little bit of time passes and I discover that I'm thinking again. So, oh, I'm thinking again. turn off the pictures, turn off the sound. And then a little bit of time passes and I discover I'm thinking again and I stop thinking again and so on. And that's the practice of meditation, just repeatedly bringing my mind back to not thinking. Now, the intention of meditation gets a lot more publicity than the practice of meditation. Because people say things to me like, no, I tried meditation. No, it's not for me. I've got a very busy mind. I was thinking the whole time. Which is a shame because nobody's mind is any busier than anybody else's, as far as I can see. And it comes from a misconception that, meditation, you should be, if your mind was like a lake, there shouldn't be a ripple of thought across the whole thing, which in practice is not the case at all. It's more of a dance between the two. Sometimes you'll be in that very deep, mysterious, beautiful place, and then other times you'll be thinking. So there's two kind of powerful things to do with meditation. Well, there's lots, but just these two. I'll just focus on these two. One is every time you go into this mysterious, beautiful place, that's very powerful. But then also every time that you discover that you're thinking, that's powerful as well. Because if you're like me, the thoughts that you think about are to do with you. So I'll be thinking about, what am I going to do about that thing? What did that person say that thing about me for? Or what does this mean to me? And then I go, I'm meditating, so turn off the pictures and turn off the sound. So what I'm doing indirectly there when I do that is, I'm indirectly saying to myself, that thought you were having an instant ago that you thought was you? Well, you just made that disappear. So you're not that thought, you're something else. In fact, you're not any of your thoughts, you're something else. So that's pretty powerful to keep doing that repeatedly. So it doesn't matter how many times you find you're thinking. That's kind of beside the point. The main thing is every time you discover that you're thinking, you bring your mind back to not thinking. Don't think about anything. Like, don't think, I'm thinking a lot, or don't add to your thinking. Just every time you notice that you're thinking, bring yourself back to not thinking. So, also, while I'm doing all that stuff, I'm also becoming more conscious of my body. And particularly, I'm kind of looking for tension in my body. And I have a system for that because it's too vague and soupy when I close my eyes not to have a system. So I scan my body from my head down to my feet and back up again very slowly, very gently. Anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out-breath to let it go because it's a natural to just let it go with my out-breath. But also, it's a good way to remember to breathe because it's quite easy to hold your breath or forget to breathe during meditation. When I'm scanning my body up and down, I'm also paying particular attention to any structures that go across or transverse in my body, because mostly my body runs longitudinally, but any structures that go across have a tendency to accumulate more tension than other areas. I kind of think of it like a log going across a stream. It just sort of picks up the twigs and the branches, anything that's coming downstream. So I'm paying particular attention to my eyes, my jaw, my tongue, base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, all my joints, because they all go across on my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, my heart area, my respiratory diaphragm, all my intestines, my pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my toes. If you're new, it's nice to have a quiet room because one of the things that triggers thoughts is little noises, particularly when have your eyes closed because your other senses kind of amplify. So a quiet room where you're not going to be disturbed, that's really helpful. Sit up, as I said earlier on. I'm set a timer for when I meditate. That's again just trying to help my mind. So one less thing to think about. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. But if you're new to meditation, I'd encourage you to set it for shorter. Set it for 5 minutes and then repeat that 3 times. Because 15 minutes is a long time if you're not used to it. You can work up to it, but if you're new to meditation, 15 minutes is a long time. All right, so if there are no questions, I don't think I saw any questions coming in. No, there's lots of people saying hello. It's lovely. Right, off we go then. Into the mystery. right? If you feel like you've gone very deeply inside yourself and you need a little bit of time to come back from there, then do that before you open your eyes. Or if you feel like you can hold the inner space and the outer space at the same time, then just open your eyes. When you do that, you may find that you feel like you lose the inner space. That's fine. You can just close your eyes again, recheck in with, oh yeah, there it is, and then open again, and you can go back and forth, just sort of help establish that. Because that's one of the things about meditation, is you sort of bring this deeper, mysterious part of yourself more to the surface, and you're able to hold both at the same time. And meditation kind of spills out into the rest of your life, a kind of deeper calmness. So as I said at the beginning, this is part of the further emergence work I do. Further emergence is about spiritual growth in a way, or just growth, inner growth. You know, our bodies stop growing when we become adults. But, you know, when you're a teenager, you might have gone through growth spurts. Well, the growth continues on the inside, grow in consciousness. And sometimes you go through a growth spurt in consciousness, and that can be quite disorienting. People say things to me like, yeah, just my life doesn't fit me anymore, or I didn't recognize myself in my life, or, you know, I woke up one day and everything just looked different and strange, and I feel different and strange. Or sometimes it can be physical symptoms. People can have physical symptoms that feel like they're trying to get their attention about something, or put a pause on their life. So those are some of the indicators of further emergence, and sort of help people who are going through that. And there's a lot of people going through it at the moment. We're all going through it in a way. Some are feeling it more acutely than others. So I do these meditations that help. I have a Zoom group every Friday, and that's a chance to sort of connect with other people and not feel so alone with it. And I answer questions and we talk about different things. So that's a Zoom group. And then I work one-to-one with people as well, to all to sort of help with this further emergence kind of process. So if that sort of resonates with you and you're curious about it, you want to find out more, you can go to the website, furtheremergence.com, or if you want to just keep up with everything, I'm on Instagram. Further Emergence has an Instagram page, Facebook page, Further Emergence Facebook page, or there's a YouTube channel as well. And you can see some of the Zoom groups there and see what that looks like. Okay, so thanks for meditating with me, and see you tomorrow, maybe for some more meditation. Bye.